For 33 years, stakeholders in the PNG mining industry have been operating on the legislation, which is the Mining Act 1992, and 15 years of consultation for the development of the Mining Bill 2025. Minister for Mining, Wake Goy, said 15 years was enough, and it is time to go to Parliament and act on it. He said all must contribute to the legislation, must be analysed well before tabled in Parliament.
However, before we proceed to Parliament, we are giving all stakeholders, the mining industry, landowners, the public, an opportunity to review the draft Mining Bill 2025 and provide your feedback. This is an essential step in ensuring that the law is robust, transparent, and reflects the interest of all Papua New Guineans, the industry, and all stakeholders, and the landowners, so that we will carefully consider every comments and suggestions made before we finalize the bill for enactment.
Managing Director for MRA encouraged stakeholders and those reviewing to have an open mind about the new bill, like the mechanical parts of the business, introduction to some form of social license fee in the law so mining project can look after community development agendas, mineral tendering, and more.
When it comes to changing any laws, there must be good grounds for changing laws. When we start changing laws frequently, the nation would be deemed as unstable, and that the investment climate will shift into an unattractive destination.
Minister shared that the new bill accompanies new concepts that will only ensure better regulations of the mining sector, but also guarantee that Papua New Guinea secures every resource. Mining Secretary Harry Correa reiterated the importance of changing the law to fit people's desires and give certainty to investors.
We must change the law so the law suits our people's desires as well as give certainty to the investor to know exactly what what the government's intentions are. So when they come to invest, they know that this is what the government wants, this is how I'm going to deal with the government.
Jasmine Rajak, TVWAN News.